Watch as the majestic dragon does a spin, and he does another circle, and then he goes all the way. Is he going to make it, folks? 10 out of 10 from the Russian judge. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Spyro, Year of the Dragon. In the last episode, we finished up any levels that we needed to get 100% on back in Sunrise Spring, and now I already like where this is going. I spy explosives and a cannon. And a guy that can't shoot worth crap. Here, let me help you with that.
I was supposed to meet Doug to go ice fishing today, but Rhinox have blocked the path with ice, so I can't get through. I've been trying to clear the way with this cannon, but it doesn't even shoot straight. I haven't been able to hit a dang thing all morning.
Oh, hey, let me help you with that. Yeah, if you can't tell, these guys, being in a colder climate, obviously they had to be Canadian. I don't know where you were going with that. But thankfully, these cannons are here, so you can shoot the explosives. If you were to go onto the ice, that enemy that was holding the TNT box would actually come after you and explode. It's really mean, and something else I don't like in this level, flying enemies that have gems. But, hey, we've finished everything. What do you have to say?
Oh, you shot the ice block, eh? Must be beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck? Please. I've been shooting cannons since the first Spyro game, thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, watch out for the ice. The explosives on the ice, I should say. Anyway, let's talk Icy Peak. 500 gems and 6 eggs. If you ever get hurt, look for ducks that you can flame to get some butterflies. But as far as difficulty goes, to get 100%, it's not that hard. It's like being hit with a snowball made of, powder snow. It's really not that difficult, but sometimes the enemies can crowd on you, so let's say it's a snowball made of packing snow. I love the fact that almost everything explodes in here. What you don't want to do is flame it against a wall. That's one of the mistakes I made a bit earlier, because it can bounce off. Because explosives do that, it will bounce off the wall and come back and hit you. Like that. God, you'd think I would have learned. But no, I really do like this level, just because of the different enemies that you have, and just the fact that it seems to be following a pattern. I don't know if you've noticed this, but almost in every level, there is a big guy, there is a little guy that needs to be charged because of metal armor or whatnot, and there's also, like, the monkey wrench enemy. Like these guys. As soon as you get close enough, they will ride on these TNT boxes, almost like Ripperoo from the Crash Bandicoot series. They're just absolutely insane, and they're just going to come after you. And that's the pattern that... it works for a game like this. And by the way, there are gems under there. And since you can't jump when on the ice, how do you get to them? I'll show you a bit later. What's also cool about this level is the TNT can be used in your advantage. Not just to blow things up, but, it can also be used as a projectile. Spyro finally has something that can combat the TNT. Oh man, I was really hoping that... Like, if I were any good at trick shots, I would have shot that TNT, have it bank off the wall, and hit the Rhinox from the back. That would have been fantastic. So the main goal in this level, take out the ice. But then... No, that's pretty much it. You need to make it all the way to the end while taking down all the ice from... with the cannons. Not from, with. Use the cannons to destroy all the ice, destroy all the enemies. Really? It's just there level. I mean, I do like how it looks. I like the use of blue all over the place. And it looks pretty cool. What's kind of funny is there's two small bits as far as the enemies go. Those vultures that have been flying around, those are actually reused enemies from Spyro 2, from the Canyon Speedway, I believe. Every time you see something far away, like an enemy, shoot it with the cannon. That makes it so much easier, and thankfully these cannons are good enough to break open steel chests. And whenever you see a bird, shoot it down, please. It is very agonizing when there are flying enemies in levels like this, because chances are they have the last gem you're looking for. Oh man, we couldn't make it there. Something also kind of funny, I'll try my best to show it later. If you knock an enemy off the cliff, this is kind of a mean-spirited thing, but they will actually yell on their way down. That sounds so bad. I mean, Spyro, he doesn't even care. He's just going, I'm gonna take you off the cliff here. And you can actually hear their agony as they fall to their doom. It's very, like, Spyro is in dire need of a gritty remake. No, it's not. It's nice and playful. It's good for the kids, all this lovely violence. Okay, here's what I like about this. There we go. 2 for the price of 1. And I do like how just the bigger guys, they don't just randomly explode, but the little things do. God, they're like evaporated from existence. They're completely gone. And also, if you see a bunch of TNT boxes, they do have gems in them, so don't just leave them there thinking, oh, I'll avoid damage. Nah, unfortunately, you gotta blow everything up. Unleash your inner pyro and destroy everything. I guess pyro is specifically fire, but, you know, who looks too deeply into that? I need some new furniture. Where can I get it? Save big money at Menards. Yeah, I didn't think it was that funny either. I love how he fell asleep as soon as I finished that. We can't actually get to that whirlwind over there from here. We actually need to go to a even higher point in the level to get all the whirlwinds. So whenever you see one that's covered in ice, blow it open, and then there will be a point where you can use it. It's all connected in a very interesting way, because you'll get to one point and you can get to the rest of the level from that one point. It's actually really clever how this level was put together. There he goes! And he even had the yell, too. And Spyro just puts his claws together going, yes, yes. Has a maniacal laugh as well. But I think that would be more the Skylanders version of Spyro, just because... I don't know what I was thinking when I did my Spyro 1 Let's Play. I actually, you know, gave a nod to the Skylanders. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to talk about that. I love this fact. Instead of, you know, having the gems go on to the ledges, if you're hitting a flying enemy, the gems will fly straight to you. And I think it was the last episode I talked about this, but expert programming, making it so the gems don't fly off the stage. That is brilliant. I mean, I know it's kind of common sense in this day and age, but just think if they were to fall off. What are you going to do? Well, thankfully, these programmers knew what they were doing, and I think I said the exact same thing in the last episode. Now, there are tons of explosives up here for no reason. I guess it's kind of a small roadblock, but you can just flame them and you'll be fine. Oh boy.
Step right up, Spyro. Behind this door is the single greatest show on Earth. That's right, ice dancing. Season tickets are available, but you'll have to act fast.
How could I refuse? And I love the answer here. Take off, hoser. Nah, sure, it's only money.
I always knew you were a cultured sort of dragon. Well, step right in. The show's about to start.
All right. Ice dancing. What's kind of funny is there's an Easter egg with this specific Moneybags. If you actually say no, he will say, oh, are you saving up for a sequel? That's really clever. I love fourth wall breaking.
Tonight is my big ice dance performance, and these hockey players are ruining it. Every time I start my routine, they come in and smack me with their sticks. Oh, I sure wish I had a partner. Someone courageous and strong and handsome and purple who breathes fire.
I wonder if you mean me.
Will you please help me perform my ice dance? These mean Rhineck hockey players keep hogging the ice, and all I want to do is dance.
All I want to do is dance. And also, where'd Russia go?
Thanks, let's go.
Okay, so this one is a very simple minigame. All you have to do is just crowd around and hit the hockey players. It's actually kind of funny what happens when they do hit her. I think I'm going to go ahead and show you. Watch this. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Wow.
That's okay. It didn't hurt as much as it looked. Let's try again.
Okay, yeah, we could try again.
Thanks, let's go.
As far as this minigame's concerned, thank God the ice controls actually work. You are not going to slide around everywhere. You actually have a bit of momentum that you can get, but you can actually stop it in time. And the best part about this is she is such a small target that as soon as you see a hockey player from anywhere, you can basically just wrap yourself around and hit the guy on the opposite side if he happens to be there. Normally, there won't be a guy showing up off-screen while you're trying to get another guy. It's really generous with how they space out all the hockey players. Most of the time, it's one at a time, but I think right at the end, it gives you two. You know, throwing in that monkey wrench at the last minute. This is a really easy minigame, and if there weren't sound effects, it's actually a really relaxing tune. And is this really how, you know, like, eventful that ice dancing is? Like, I thought there was a lot more to it than that, than just spinning in a circle. And by the way, you know you got it when she just keeps on spinning. And oh, look at the roses! I am so happy I was able to help!
We did it! That was my best performance ever! I guess one of the judges didn't like it, though. He threw this egg at me instead of a rose. Why don't you have it?
Oh, thanks. You give me the rotten piece of food that was thrown at you. Okay, I got a joke for you. What do you call a baby popcorn kernel? Kearney! How would you even pronounce that? I think I pronounced it wrong when I made fun of it, but that's it. We are now able to, well, we were always able to access the rest of the level, but let's go ahead and finish it because there's not much left. Honestly, that's one of the small eggs that I forget to get because I'll open up the door but do the rest of the level, thinking, you know, I'll go back and get it. But I would suggest doing it right now just so you don't forget where you were going. But here's the end of the level.
Heh heh, I put up ice blocks this morning so Bob wouldn't beat me to the ice fishing hole. If you want to try out the hole, you can borrow this fishing lure I've been using.
Oh, Doug, you're so silly. You're trolling your friend all the way to the fishing hole. Do I have a joke for this? I wouldn't chat on it.
Oh, by the way, feel free to use our gondola whenever you want.
This is a very good mechanic that they've added to the end of this level. The gondola actually goes from the beginning of the level to the ending of the level, and it will come and get you if you end up at the beginning of the level. That is so nice, so we don't have to run through the entire level again. I absolutely adore it. That was a very good use of your context. Good job on that. So here's the point where we can get to the rest of the whirlwinds. There are tons of gems to collect, so be sure not to forget them. But there are also a few eggs to collect. For example, actually no, this isn't what I'm thinking of. We can now break the ice. And well-placed head bash, there we go. And now we can go into it. I do like that they give you another option to get down underneath here, because you see the gems, and you're like, well, how do I get there? And then you also see the cracks in the ice, so you know you need to do it, but they make it so that you can't. It is kind of mean. It's like dangling a treat in front of you. It's like, hey, you want this? You want this? We'll figure out how to get it. And I kind of like how they did it. It's not nice, of course, especially for completionists, but, you know, I actually kind of like it. Now, let me show you. Let's go ahead and head to the gondola. Here it is. It doesn't take that long to get to either end of the level from that middle section, but I would suggest, honestly, running all the way back to the beginning, and around that point, the gondola will start heading down to pick you up. That is so nice. And you don't have to wait. It cutscenes you all the way up here. It's kind of like jump cutting, except really, really long. That was stupid. Let's go ahead and... You saw those stairs off to the left, but let's go ahead and finish up everything that's over here. It's mainly gems, but there is an egg over here. This is what I was thinking of just a bit earlier. And hopefully you remember to break all of that ice, because if you didn't, well, you're going to have to go back, use the cannons, and do it all over again. There is a 1-up for your troubles if you remember to do everything, and all the way over here, be sure you blast that special chest that was over here too, so you can get these gems. And, oh, it's such a cool breeze up here. He looks at Spyro with those puppy dog eyes. Okay, I'll meet you back at the beginning, or at the end. There we are. And now, for this opposite end of the level, I guess, there are gems on the stairs. Just watch out for them. And this part is kinda cool. And if you've played the other Spyro games, you'll see exactly why. Let's just say it'll go by quick. Because it's an entire Supercharge section. These are always fun to me. And we need to chase down not one but 2 thieves. Now, the cool thing about this level is there are also gems to collect. So, right about here, there is a place to use the Supercharge twice. One to break the ice, and one to open the chest. There's another secret, I want to say cove, I guess, later on in this very level. In fact, there it was right there. But the other cool thing is, this is one massive Supercharge track. You have to chase down the thieves. You also have to pay attention which path they go down, so you can continue to chase them. But the awesome part is, you can mess up as many times as you want. At least, that's how I see it, and how a lot of other people have seen it, because you don't lose lives here. There is a no-death policy on this part of the level. You can fall off as many times as you want, and this is why I think the programmers and designers are so brilliant, is because they knew there were going to be a lot of mistakes made. You have to do quick turns, you have to continuously hold down the charge button to chase these guys, you have to make daring jumps, you need to make sure you land them, but if you don't die, it makes it a bit easier. I'm not much of a Betty man, of course I don't play cards at all. I really need to work on my word puns. You know what they say, a good pun is its own reword. The second guy will take the alternate path. The alternate path, it's really not that hard, there's a lot more jumping though, but it seems like it's a little shorter, and just to mix you up, it will change directions. I have tried, a few times actually, to go off the course and hit the red guy before I have to chase him. See that little square there? If you actually stop and jump over the platform, if memory serves me right, I don't think you can kill him early. You have to wait until he's on here. He's actually indestructible. Which is weird. That could have been considered like a skill point or something, like get rid of the red thief first. That would have been awesome if there was like a secret like that. Because, the skill points can be like jump to a specific area that no one would even think to go to. This one would have been brilliant if you defeated a thief before you were supposed to beat him. That would have been kind of nice, but no, kind of a lost cause. And hopefully this will be the last one. We're getting closer and closer. I almost had him. This might be it. Just cut the corners. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I got him. He's gone. Yes.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people.
He even does Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Good on you, Scout. Now for the rest of the gems. While we were running, there were two coves. There was one to the left right there, and over here, right there. That one's really easy to miss, but as you jump, you can kind of see it. So just pay attention and jump in when you need to. And actually, I need to stop saying and, this is the last of the gems. If calculations are correct. There we go. We have everything. And it all ended right at the end of the level. So cool. I really don't want to show off the non-death policy because if I'm wrong, I just made a big fool of myself. So you can call me wrong all you want in the comments, but as far as I know, in this very recording session, I'm right. That is it for Icy Peak. Let's get out of here if I can navigate these stairs. Off to the next level. But first, we need to deal with Hunter's Tussle.
Fee, fa, fa, Fee, fa, growl. Gagling, gabo, gaboy.
We should help her.
You're kidding, right? She nearly toasted you.
Yeah, but she was aiming at you. No problem.
It's a good thing for you Hunter was around.
I can look after myself.
Oh, sure you can.
Would you like me to show you?
Out of magic, huh? How about I give you a jump start?
Ha! I'll deal with you later.
Hey, why'd you have to scare her off?
The rabbits finally got their revenge! No! I actually really like that cutscene. It shows Hunter being awesome instead of just a goofball. Hey, he's got to have his moment. And also, we ran all the way back to the ice rink. We came out of the ice rink just to see Bianca get eaten by a giant rabbit monster that she made, and then we come back to the skating rink because, I don't know, we don't care. One level down for Midday Gardens. It is now time to tackle the next one, which we will do in the next episode of Spyro, You're the Dragon. We're heading to Enchanted Towers. Cool. So I will see you guys next time.